Welcome, coaster spotters. It's the opening night of Hersheypark in the Dark. This runs for the last 3 weekends in October, and lots of nice decorations. Not a lot of special stuff, but some special food. So we are going to check out some of that. I'm sure our friends over the theme park foodies will probably have a more in-depth video. I'm just me today, only 4 hours tonight, so I'm going to get one thing, I think, but it's going to be a good one. We're gonna head over to Candymonium first, of course, get a quick ride in there, and then hopefully some Storm Runner today. So it's probably gonna be a pretty short vlog since, I mean, I would love to show a lot of Storm Runner, but yeah, I try to restrict myself a little bit. But first gotta get a little candy because I'm not gonna be back here until the park is closed. Candymonium, backseat, pretty good. The attendants on the load side totally forgot to check seatbelts, so the people next to me who I kind of thought didn't have their seatbelt on, at the end when I unbuckled my seatbelt on the brake run, since it takes forever for them to send out trains on that ride for some reason, we're like, oh my god, we never put our seatbelt on. And I was like, yeah, not that big of a deal. It's all for the lawyers anyways, but yeah, good ride. Good start. Got that done. Oh God, it took 18 minutes to do that. That's not great when I have so little time tonight. So, as I said, I think I'm really just gonna do a couple of rides and just stick to Storm Runner because I really just need some quality time with Storm Runner. But we're gonna do this Sky Rush thing, even though it's really not my thing. It's too much. I know I'm crazy, but just after that first drop is probably one of my first drops on any roller coaster. But after that, for me, nothing really does it for me on this ride. I find it a little boring. Nice to see Super Dooper Looper is open. I was very concerned that we wouldn't see that open. So had a great Looper ride. Nice to see the loop back to white. Wish they'd done the whole thing white with the orange track like it used to be, but it looks nice. I'm not sure if they're done or if they're just painting the parts that you can see from the midway. It seems like they're painting a lot of stuff. They're painting Comet. They've already painted Coco Cruiser to a color that actually makes sense. You know, not Sky Rush Junior colors. We'll show you that really quickly. And they're painting Sidewinder, so apparently it's a paint-a-fest here at Hersheypark. But I would say that's not desirable when your park is still open, and I don't know. It's not great, not great. But as I said, fun ride, and it'd be great if that ride over there in the middle of the loop in the background was open again, but looks like they just don't care about the Sky Tower. It looks like their solution for fixing Looper was to bring it down to one train ops. So that's the end of that for the night, even though it was going to be anyways. So still having a great time. I don't think the crowds are too ridiculous, but they're definitely not going to be it's not going to be dead, that's for sure. It's a very nice day today. It's currently in the low 80s right now, and it's only supposed to get down to like 70, which is kind of ridiculous for the middle of October. So I really can't complain about the day. And yeah, Comet looks great. Just don't understand why they're shutting it down when that shuts down in a few weeks. All right, so we've come to food. Got the king size platter with the dessert upgrade, which was $4. The platter was $25. With season pass discount, it was a few cents short of $25. Kind of pricey, but I will be very full for the rest of the night and probably tomorrow morning too. So I can't complain too much. Brisket, Oktoberfest pork loin, pierogies with onions, a cornbread, and mac and cheese. So these three things are all special this weekend. It keeps changing. I'll put it up on the video right now, what's available for the 3 weeks. And then the pumpkin spice cake. All right, let's go around the horn and rate them all, 1 to 10. The brisket, I would give a 9 out of 10, I think. No, let's go with an 8. The Oktoberfest pork loin, I would give a 6. And one issue with this is there are no knives. Anywhere to be found, and yeah. So it's kind of difficult to eat this stuff when you can't cut it. And pierogies, I wouldn't be surprised to just Mrs. T's or something similar. They're good, but I give them a 7. Cornbread, easily a 4. It's very dry, not very sweet, not too much taste there. Mac and cheese, I would give it 8. Very creamy, very cheesy. Pretty much perfect. I usually like to put some barbecue into it, but it doesn't need it. All right, this is a pumpkin spice cake with pumpkin mousse. Very good, very pumpkin spicy. I definitely recommend it this weekend if you have a chance to get it. I am very full, so I am gonna take it with me. And thankfully it's in this little container, so I can leave it on the side of the platform for a little while until I get hungry. So that works nicely. So it's 6:30, so virtually only have 2.5 hours left. Such a short day. I mean, we're barely gonna have any Hersheypark in the dark. It's gonna be like an hour and a half with total darkness. So that's a little disappointing. And the hours are pretty much the same tomorrow. It's like 2 to 9 tomorrow. Terrible hours, which it has been all summer long. And it's not great. Did 2 rides on the Storm Runner, and you know, what can I say? It's absolutely fantastic, as always. So for the last 2 hours, you get free entry the night before, which is absolutely fantastic. But it has gotten noticeably busier. If you're interested in the trick-or-treating, it starts there. But it ends all the way at Lighting Racer. It goes throughout the entire water park. So it's quite a long treat trail. It's I wish I could do it. It'd be pretty fantastic. Love to do Fahrenheit, but long line, and 2 train offs, which has been the normal this year, it seems. So yeah, it's busy. Lots of closed food stands, so what's open has extremely long lines. Like the donut stand right here, although that always has long lines for the most part. So we have one thing to show you back here though, another improvement they've done. I think you probably will see it because it is so bright. We'll get a close-up look at that improvement in a moment. But there it is, the mighty Fahrenheit. So one of the best locations for the decorations of Hersheypark in the dark is the midway from Tidal Forest all the way up to about Laugh Track. Got the singing song light thing here, lots of fog, little decorations. And of course, both wooden coasters and Laugh Track run in complete darkness. So all the lights inside of Laugh Track are turned off. All the tracer lights, the lights that are along the course of the 2 Woodies, are also turned off. So I'm definitely gonna give those a try. I've only been on Lightning Racer, I think, once this year, as is maybe Wildcat too. So you gotta get some of those in. Only gonna have one more visit probably before the end of the regular season. So it looks like this year it does not go all the way to Lightning Racer. I think it exits right in front of the pizza place. So a little bit shorter this year, but
let's do it. We're here. Let's do it.
This new light job on the wheel. Oh my goodness. I've always thought the pinwheel was really stupid, but on the Ferris wheel, oh my goodness. This has to be one of the best light jobs ever. Good on Hershey for finally upgrading this thing. Considering Darnie did it like 5+ years ago. Look at that, it does lots of fun stuff. Doesn't look like Lightning Racer has as long as a line this year because the trick or treat trail does not exit right in front of it. So last year, oh my God, it got terrible lines because people would just ride it right away. But let's go. Well, this is enjoyable. Walk on to the back seat. All right, started off the Lightning side and smoother than I remember from earlier this year. Always fun ride. They have the tunnel completely filled with smoke, which kind of confuses me because that's where the photo is taken. So I believe I gotta see what these photos look like, if they're actually usable. But I'm gonna do this again. You know, Lightning Racer is just a really fun wood coaster. Doesn't blow me away, but always enjoy a ride on it. Once again, that Ferris wheel. Damn, it looks good. Yes, as you can see, you're very smoky looking in those pictures because it's completely filled with fog. That has to be the longest line I've ever seen for the Ferris wheel. That is ridiculous. It's not like that the bug trap, that thing that zaps bugs. It's just attracts people from all around. Now I'm gonna do a laugh track. That's app says half an hour. No, that's like an hour, probably. App says Wildcat is 5 minutes. I don't know how much I believe that, but once you get in line for it, it's such a commitment to walk out of the line. It's just like, just settle. So, all right, well, it's certainly not a 5-minute wait, but should be off in about 20 minutes. So you should have time for one more Storm Runner, and hopefully we'll be able to go and get into the Fahrenheit line before it closes. A little bit of night ride on that baby, since I haven't been able to do a lot of night rides this year, or if any. So had to do this in the dark. Although the lights for the stadium are on, so it's kind of lit actually. All right, here's another look at that. It's not a bad paint job on its own, by the way. It's just in the area, and like they have enough coasters with blue supports in this park. They didn't need another one. They got rid of one, and now they got another one. I just don't think it fits very well right next to Storm Runner. I think it clashes terribly. But whatever. Still an excellent boomerang, and the ride, that's all that matters, for sure. So, Wildcat ride was pretty good. Yeah, it was a little rough, but back seat was fantastic. So, gonna try to ride this once or twice, and that'll be it for the night. All right, last ride of the night on Storm Runner. All right, so that is it for the night. Got 12 rides in tonight. It would have been a bunch more probably if I hadn't gotten stuck on Sooper Dooper for a half an hour. That was unfortunate. There's Milton looking kind of distinguished but creepy at the same time. And I love Storm Runner. I don't like it as much as I used to because I rode a certain thing called Velocicoaster, which we'll have some content very soon from. But yeah, that changed my opinion on it. It's just very similar top hat, but just doesn't have the same oomph as Velocicoaster does with all the crazy elements and all that stuff. But Storm Runner is still amazing. Probably my favorite launch coaster in Pennsylvania for sure. Not that there are that many, but regardless, my favorite hydraulic Intamin launched coaster. So that's it. We will be back for another vlog from here probably during the Christmas season. That's going to be it for Hersheypark, and making some nice improvements, but operations still are a little hit or miss there. There should have been way more stuff open, and I would have loved to go on to Chocolate World, but they closed with the park, which is really dumb because I would love to get some chocolate. But all right, that's it. This has been Alex for the Coaster Spot. Like, comment, and subscribe.